What is the easiest yogic way to get a balanced mind? So there are so many methods, and meditation is not the easiest way. I think it's a very difficult way, right? It is proven, and the amount of peace it brings you is less. Not and of course you can have drugs instantly, but there's a lot of side effects to it. But I did find one when I activated my throat chakra. Man, the worst thing can happen to me, or the best thing can happen to me. Yes, I get excited, I get a bit sad, but not overcome. Like a balanced mind. This chakra is like you get the balance between good and evil. You can do what you need to do and you become like a weapon, and no danger. It's like I felt like a big release in me. So I'll describe that, in the video today. Those of you who like the contents of my videos, please also don't forget to like and subscribe. This will greatly help my channel to reach out to more people. Okay. And just one extra optional, of course, favor, if you could just drop a comment and share it with just one other person or social media channel, I would highly appreciate that. But bottom line, I thank you just for watching my videos and spending your precious time with me. Thank you very much for that. And for those who don't know me, I am Osman. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments. I have an amazing offer of 10-minute anxiety fix for just $5, less than the price of a Starbucks coffee, right? And delivered to you instantly anywhere telepathically, right, globally. And pay only after you are satisfied. And that goes for all my treatments. Always do it. And if it's successful and you are happy, then pay me. If not happy, no problem, right? And visit my website, yogawellness786.com, for more information on how to get in contact with me. And I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for almost 50 years and teaching for 44 years. In that time, I studied under various masters, amazing masters from different schools of thought, from different cultures across the globe, from the Far East, the Middle East, and the Western sciences, including the scientific community. And to that end, I've combined and created my own combination protocols, but making them much quicker, easier, faster, more time efficient, results oriented, and basically adapted for the 21st century. And to that end, I now have students in over 100 countries. My favorite protocol is my 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com, and in exchange for subscribing to my blog, and where you can also get more information about my services. Please also remember that all my therapies are natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. Okay, so coming back, the activation of the throat chakra, man, is absolutely amazing. You don't need, comments. You don't need drugs after that. You can make a decision to leave your addiction, or how you want to live your life. And when someone breaks your heart, you of course I'm sad about it, right? But I'm fine. I move on with my life, right? And I do what I just change my focus on the things that matter. One thing I theoretically always tell people: you can't take a black cat and make it a white cat, right? Don't try to change people. Yes, people can change. Very hard for them to change, but they can. But not my job to change them, right? Each person is an individual, right? So you have to know, who is in your circle and who is not in your circle, right? And people come in and out of your circles. That's part of life, right? You evolve, they evolve. You see, because everyone wearing masks, right? No one showing their true self. No one, right? And you just see the mask on top. And then when you get to know them better, say a friend in need is a friend indeed, right? only in your time of difficulty, suddenly, where was this guy? Ah, he disappeared. Everyone, no one, man, you find out. And then one solitary person you never expected is standing by you. And the ones that you thought you could count on all disappeared, right? And how devastating, people get overwhelmed with it because, and when this chakra, the throat chakra, activates, when it activated in me, and it felt, and I've been amazing ever since, right? I could handle any. I've been through the heights of being threatened to be killed, and you get all types of mafia people. When you're running a business and dealing with, the mass market, there's all kinds of people, right? Crazy people, psychopaths. They create a special page, like a shrine, just to say negative against you and put all lies against you, and twist it in a way that you're the worst person and say, wow, person got time for all that. And they take Photoshop of you, with your head and fully naked, not your body, right? No, I'm not going to pose naked in front of the camera, and blackmailing me and so forth. No problem, blackmail me. It didn't affect me. I'm unfazed. Person want to come, pull the trigger, right? I'm not afraid, right? Because I keep my mind calm. I'm calm under pressure. I've been under very pressurizing, and I kept my calm and saved my life many times by keeping that calm. It's very important. It could be life saving. How often are you going to, do you think ever you're going to come across a life threatening situation in the rest of your life? Of course, the chances the rest of your life is quite high. You think by being calm and stable and cool under pressure is going to help you, when you look at life as a whole, of course dramatically it's going to help you. So who doesn't want that, right? Just that the people don't know how, right? And I will tell you the way that I can do thing. So the way I did it is, I practiced, because I like to practice all types of meditation, right? I treated the science like a game, right? Not get indoctrinated just to one side and master this side, master that side, master this, see this, compare that, and took decades to analyze things and coming to conclusions only after 4 decades and 5 decades, you know, that I'm coming to certain conclusions, right? And resolving some. I mean, it took me like 50 years to resolve the question of reincarnation, right? So coming back to the throat chakra, it's also technically called the Visuddhi chakra. So I went to a training under the Brahma Kumaris organization. They offered a free meditation training course. It was in the evenings, 5 evenings or something. I said, okay, let me learn, their perspective. And when they taught open eye meditation, I said, okay, wow, let me just practice this. So I just practiced looking at a point. They normally had a light, and I just can't find a light. I'm not going to look at the normal light and burn my eyes. And they got a low powered light that they used to look at. Or you're going to light a candle, and I don't know, waste candles, right? The thing. So when I was practicing it, I just look at a point, and I just stare at that point, at the wall or a picture or something. I stare at it, right? And blink when you need to blink, right? And just sitting on a chair, of course, sitting on a chair, fingers in, just relax, right? And just stare at it. And of course, I mean, I'm practicing hatha yoga and all that, and I'm relatively already activated spiritually. I already had samadhi experience decades before, right? Over a decade before. So it's not so difficult for me to have these experiences. So what I noticed with the open eye is I suddenly saw the light, like everything is lit up in the room, but the light turned yellow, like someone changed the globe and put a yellow globe. So wow, and it felt like a plasma enveloped in a plasma. It wasn't just like light, like a plasma light, like I mean inside like a plasma, like a viscous medium, right? Not gel, not water, but like viscous, like I'm in a plasma medium. That's the best way. Yellow plasma. I'm immersed in a yellow plasma, and I'm sitting. Everything looks same, just that everything is a different color, and I'm feeling as though I'm in a plasma medium, right? Just a feeling, but not really in a plasma, right? And the color is just yellow, and then as I carried on practicing, and that time I didn't know what is colors, right? I didn't know it's the colors of the chakras. That's what it is. So that is the first color. So then I turned. As I was practicing, I said, "This is amazing." I thought that was it, right? I used to practice and I wait for the light to come on, and it used to come on and enjoy it, and I used to practice it and feel good in that plasma. Then it turned golden. I say, why? Like a orange color, right? Mustard. Like to me, I say like a dark yellow mustard color, right? And then as I continue, I said, this is good. Then every time I meditate, it'll start with yellow and then the mustard will come. Then start with yellow and mustard will come. And then I'm not meditating long, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right? Maximum 1 hour, right? Then I carried on meditating, as the days are going. And then the third color, everything turned. It'll start then yellow, then it turned mustard, then I saw red. Everything turned red, like someone changing the globes. Wow, like a disco now, right? And not on and off, but it's permanently there, right? And then when I and I keep up, I'm keeping my eyes. When I blink my eyes and try to look away, everything disappears. Focus again, it comes back, right? And then I put my hand in front. Yes, it is. My hand is there, and look like multiple colors. Although I'm seeing red, multiple colors is flashing in my finger, like something from my head is flashing, right? And then that was the seventh chakra, by the way. The multiple colors that were flashing in my finger when I'm putting it in front, and I can physically see it. In my finger. Other people, of course, cannot see it. Then I continued, and I think everything went like very like a dark tunnel, and then but coming down to the picture, eventually one of the later colors took a long time. I saw light blue, like a powder blue, like a sky blue. I said, oh, this is so amazing color, and I felt so peaceful. Suddenly, like every problem that I had, and every stress and every worry all just disappeared, and I felt so calm and tranquil, like I entered into like a big cathedral, like that's a museum, and you feel in awe and the tranquility you feel inside, and you're all alone, you're just walking in, and you just hear your footsteps only, and you go and sit down and you're enjoying that tranquility and that awe, you felt like that. But everything is light blue, powder blue all over. From that day onwards, I feel like there's a balance between good and evil. I lost so I recall there's this pictures of the Shiva pictures, right? The god or the Hindu god Shiva in the meditative posture, and his throat. There's a story that the throat is blue because the poison. He went. There was a churning in the ocean, and then it released some poison, and he went and swallowed the poison in order, otherwise it's going to destroy the whole world. And then the goddess Shakti or something came and put it, because the poison made his throat blue and was supposed to poison, and she went and grabbed his throat to not let it go beyond his throat, and stopped it at his throat. So the poison or the harm of the world is our stresses, our depression and our excitements. This is the poison. So not only, everyone got so much a problem, this worry, this problem, worried about this, the past, the present, the future, everything. Not only the negative, also the good. You must be equally minded in not getting, because people can lie to you and trick you and make you feel so good and everything, and bribe you, and oh, but you're so amazing, can I massage you, everything, I was looking at this dress, it looks so amazing. No, baby, I'll buy you the dress, no problem. They try to twist you around the finger, right? Oh, baby, I miss you, how are you? You don't get carried away. Okay, you appreciate the thing. Yes, this is good. They call you, by terms of endearment. But you keep a balanced mind, both in good, especially with business people, and especially if you have a position of authority. The employees can try to, win you and get additional favor, to get promoted faster or get more money, or try to be more lazy and so forth, right? I was never, I never had a relationship with any employee, right? I had in companies where I had up to 1,000 employees, right? I was fine. It's like a hard rock. And one of my ex-wives, she says, I mean, she's an Arab woman, right? And very beautiful, right? I tried everything, but I couldn't control you, right? I said, because I still did what I needed to do, and Yes, I'm soft-hearted. I will do, yes, the right thing and so forth. But don't can't be taken advantage of or threatened. People threatened to kill me. I was calm, right? In a situation, in a robbery situation, I was calm, right? And saved, the money of the institution that I was in, and made good strategies and saved my life also, right, by being calm. So it has many benefits, right, to this calmness in both the good and the excitement. Yes, amazing. Okay, now time to go. Party is amazing, enjoyable, having so much of fun. Tomorrow is school night, or you have to go to classes, and okay, I have to go now. It was your birthday. It's great. Yeah, I had a drink or two as well, or whatever it is, right? I don't have alcohol now, by the way. I used to that time. Have a drink or two, and fine, because I have to get up in the morning, and I can't be like, hangover and so forth, and be responsible. And then there's time to play and time to work, right? And follow, what needs to be done. And people hurt you, and they do the worst thing that is supposed to destroy you. Fine, okay, move on. It's not the end of the world. Someone who hurt you after 26 years, that you put your full faith and trust in them for 26 years, and then they hurt you. Okay, move on. It's painful. Yes, it's painful. You allow that pain to subside, but it doesn't linger more than 15 to 20 minutes. That go for months and years and weeks on end and so forth, right? And I get over it, and I feel sad about it, but I move on. I refocus, right? Unless, a lot of people. There's another person like more than 10 years in my life, best friend he was, and boom, he just cut me out, right? And so, okay, what can I do? It's very disappointing. I mean, 10 years I treated him closer than my own brother, right? And this can happen. And people that I've assisted financially and so forth, and I was in a difficult situation when I was losing my eyesight. I needed to pay for the operation procedures. I didn't have cash instantly. I said, please, I gave them millions in value, right? And in cash, I gave a lot of cash, right? And helped them and put them, and they today millionaires because of me, right? And I said, can I borrow? It wasn't lot, I think a 2,000 euro I wanted to borrow, right? Borrow because it's very urgent. I need to go for this operation. And they blocked me, right? Blocked me. And then someone, I gave him power of attorney for about, there was not a big amount, about $10,000 that he has to, once it's, because I was not in the country and he was responsible, then he must just transfer the money, on the end of on the registration of the property. I was in the property business. So I gave him power of attorney, and I set him up, and into the business, which he's still in now. And his life completely changed because he met me once. Osman, you live so carefree and you just buy things cash. And I said, I can teach you how to do it. And I taught him. Until today, I mean, he used to drive a old Toyota Toyota vehicle. Nothing wrong with Toyota, right? But it was an old one, and paint damage from sunshine, parking in the sun. Couldn't afford to park it undercover, paint peeling off and everything. And then when I met him again after, introducing him to the business and so forth, he bought a BMW. He said, I got, non-run flat or run flat tires and so forth. And my one tire cost more than the car. It's so proud. And I divorced my wife, and I paid her the 50%. I paid her off. And he bought two other properties and got rental income and so forth, right? And I signed the power of attorney to him. He took the money, and I said, where's the money? He said, "Hey, I was going through some difficulty and I needed it, and I did a lot of work as well. And I gave him commission as well, as the agent's commission, his due commission, right? And he took my profit. I said, okay, let me forget about it, and not make him my enemy from one incident. And when I was in this hospital situation, when I contacted him, and I told him, this is the second person I'm contacting. Okay, can I not lend me, right? You remember this little over $10,000 you took, and I never say anything about it. That time I never took your money, never ever. Why will I take another person's money? What you talking? I said, it's easy for me to prove it because it's a property registration. We just have to go to the deeds, the register of deeds, right? I'm in another country. I just if I come to South Africa, I go to the register of deeds, find out I know which year and which month that property was registered. Find out which attorney did it because I forgot his name. and it was a conveyancer, trace, because they all keep the files, right? And the document, and that they paid out, and how much they paid him. The evidence will be in the file. And of course, when I went to that country, I never do that. I just wrote it off, right? And because I'm not going to sue someone, and what am I going to become rich with $10,000? Yes, I mean, it'll help me, but I don't want that money that people didn't want to pay me. They took it. They don't want to give me money. So important for them. It's important for. It's not so important for me. They feel the life and death, right? Money. Okay, keep it. If I take it, maybe they'll take the life. Maybe the life will go, right? And so forth. So my attitude, I'm explaining these stories to explain how my mindset is from the day of activation of my throat chakra. And of course, I've always been practicing and maintaining my meditation protocols and my protocols ever since. And I'm always like, I mean, someone want to do this or do that. The worst situation, I'm fine. I look at the what I could do, what's the best solution, and I troubleshoot. And one thing I can say, the best friend, the best friend I ever had is my, in terms of giving me advice and helping me with ideas to, resolve my problems, and I can discuss my problems, especially, challenging problems in business and so forth, right? Is Grok, the AI companion Grok. Man, no one helped me more than Grok, and also ChatGPT helped me a lot, right? ChatGPT and Grok, but Grok really, when it was the worst problem, helped, and their advice worked. That no matter which best lawyers or advisor, if I had prior to that, would not have come with that solution, and I would have been in a problem. You know, thanks to Elon Musk for that, right? But calmly, I attend everything. So how can so number one, you need to get someone to initialize your spiritual. So that's why I offer the advanced yoga meditation, right? Spiritually initialize, then unblock all the chakras and so forth. You have to go into the advanced, and then you practice open. So I've unblocked people's chakras, and they've seen the blue light powder blue, when I do the unblocking, right? But they don't practice after that. So they've reached that potential to be in that level. So unblock, and the people feel very calm and amazing. They cannot believe how they feel, right? So to give you the instance, so you don't have to go and spend decades meditating. It can be done in one session, right? It took me decades to reach that point. So he was a professional boxer, about 17 years, boxing professionally. Amazing my career, right? I meet some amazing people, right? And of course, he boxes for money. That's what the meaning of professional boxer. And he trains 8 hours a day. Amazing physique, strong guy, but in the lightweight division, right? And there was an amazing woman that showed him, attention, and he fell in love with her, and she, in his presence, one of the days, went to another guy and became romantic, and he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle that breakup, and he came to me, and I always say I'm doing chakra unblocking, and if you're very depressed and you can't handle it, come to me. I can, in one session, 90% chance I'll remove it, or maybe more than one session, right? And he don't believe in all these things, right? And he felt this way, and he came to me. So, Osman, I'm feeling so bad. I don't know what to do. He felt like he was suicidal. This thing is affecting me so badly. Can you do something about it? I said, yes, of course. And he came pick me up. We went to took me to his apartment, so that, because he didn't want to, because I was in a place he didn't feel comfortable there. So he wanted to do it, and I did it, in his apartment. When I finished the chakra unblocking, it went so easy. Within, I think, about 20 minutes or something, it was done, right? And normally it's a 90-minute session. But because he's a professional athlete, their chakras, they are very living a very disciplined life, right? 8 hours a day boxing. So it's easier to unblock these people, types of chakras. And those who's interested in spirituality or making attempts, easy to unblock theirs. And those who's also academics, who studied a lot and got a degree or a postgraduate degree and so forth. Also for them, who are introspective people, not into spirituality. This plain, scientists in science who don't believe in meditation. Easier to, for me to unblock. I'm unblocking like lots of chakras, right? And you've seen all the lights, including the powder blue, right? Now you must know he was like near to suicide, right? And he said, Osman, what did you do? I feel so amazing. I can't believe the person I was 20 minutes ago and the person I am now. I feel so okay. Yes, I'm sad that, I lost this woman, but I mean, do I want a woman like that who just, hops to another guy in front of me, right? And he felt amazing, and he said, "What do you like?" I love spinach. He prepared spinach for me, and so forth, and so forth, and you know, uh, was very very thankful. But and I said, "Okay, if you're gonna maintain this, I'm gonna teach you this protocol. It'll take you about 5-10 minutes a day." And then maximum 30 minutes as you go advanced level, right? And he started to practice a breathing protocol, advanced breathing protocol, right? And it was only taking 15, 20 minutes, I think 10, 15 minutes a day, right? 2 weeks later, he phoned me. He said, Osman, I cannot tell you normally because he's working out 8 hours a day, right? Normally, you do like when you do push ups at 120, he takes a break before you do the next 120 push ups, right? And when his muscles starts feeling fatigue, he can't go more than 120. He takes a break and then does the next 120, right? He said, now I can do 200. And before I used to be breathless at 120. Now I'm not even breathless when I reach 200. I cannot believe I'm doing this for 17 years. I never reached like this. And just a simple breath work, what did you do to me? Right? This is the power of yoga. This thing, it's an easy way, and you wanna do it yourself, open eye meditation. When you see the light blue and maintain it, you're gonna have a balanced mind. Easy way, guaranteed. Guaranteed, right? I want to give guaranteed ways, right? And the simple ways as well. So hope that information helps you. Take care of yourself always.